is it? What is it, Buster? Penny, what are you doing? What are you doing, girlfriend? If you want to bring a sack of sand over here, you can. Come on. No? Okay, well, you just hang out over there then. Hello and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. I figured it was time for just a sitting and visiting portion, and this is a good afternoon for it because it is, the weather forecast is not calling for any precipitation, but it is drizzly outside and dark, cloudy, gray. It certainly looks like winter weather, even though just a day or two ago it was feeling more like summer. So it's just that time of year. We flip-flop all over the place when it comes to the weather, but you know, I'll take that time to get some things done inside. And as I've told you on some previous videos that I've done, especially back during the summer when the garden was going on, and I told you that what I do is I freeze a lot of my produce, and then when it cools off and the weather gets cold outside, I will start pulling those things out of the freezer, and that is when I will start canning them, because I don't want to heat up the house in the summertime if I don't have to, and it does help heat the house when the weather is a little cooler. So you may hear the hissing of my canner going in the background. I have a mixture of tomatoes, okra, and corn that I've cooked together, and I'm now canning it up as a soup base. And so that's what's going on in the canner, in case you hear any of those type noises going on. And I also I've got all my kitchen gadgets going today. I have my slow cooker going with some freezer soup that I pulled out, and it's really doesn't have to cook. It's just got to thaw, get mixed together, and I'll probably can up that as well, because not sure what we're having for supper tonight. I'm thinking chicken and dumplings, but who knows? It could be soup. It's just whatever the mood strikes the mister. Speaking of him, he is out today helping someone put up some cattle gates, and he had that after he had to make a run to the doctor's office this morning, because apparently while I was at work I get a phone call that do you know when I had my last tetanus shot? Well, no, I didn't, but he ran to the doctor's office. It's only been a couple of years since it's his last tetanus shot, but apparently he had to have a few stitches in his hand because he had cut his hand on some old rusty pipe. But he's good. He went right back to work, and I guess I'll get to talk to him more this afternoon or tonight whenever he gets in to find out exactly what he did to cut his hand on pipe. But regardless, always something going on around here. But you know, he may pull in here in a little bit, the driveway alarm may go off, but regardless, we will keep rolling. Now, I say that as if I can do all of this in one take. I can't tell you how many times I have started and stopped just this video trying to just get past the hello stage, because every time it was either I started stuttering, or the phone rang, or the pressure canner was right on cue doing things. So, you know, I bet this is probably the 15th take of this, but we're rolling regardless. But as far as things going on around the homestead, this week, and then this is in addition to our normal jobs that pay the bills, is we've been tackling a project that we have wanted to do for some time, but we thought it was probably better when the weather got cooler and all of that sort of thing. And that was putting down some weed barrier underneath our wraparound porch, and then putting gravel on top of that to try to help keep out weeds. And of course, then that also helps with insect control, and a lot helps with around our where our heating and cooling unit is, you know, where the little drain is, and you know, it drains water. And if it's moist, our ducks love it, and the chickens love the dirt up under the porch. And so, you know, rather than them digging out everything and then washing rains coming through and carrying dirt away, we decided it would be better to just put down the weed barrier, a layer of pretty thick layer of gravel, and maybe that would amend a lot of those type problems. We'll see. But we got quite a bit of that done. Still got quite a bit more to go. You know how those projects are. And the holidays are coming up. We've got kinfolk coming. Our youngins, some of them are coming for Thanksgiving. Some of them are coming around the Christmas, New Year's holidays. So we wish we could get them all together at one time, but you know, when your kids get grown, they've got their own things going on. You know, they've got to work, and nobody lives close. We all live spread all over creation. So, you know, sometimes it's just a blessing to get any of us together. So we are thrilled to get to see them soon. And, you know, of course, that's the whole thing of another flurry of activities, because even though, you know, it's my kids and their family, and they know that I'm not, you know, I'm not a representative for Better Homes and Gardens by any means. So they know their mama. But, you know, you want things to be comfortable for everybody. I guess I've got a lot of my mama in me. I want everybody to be well fed, and I want them to be comfortable and warm and, you know, enjoying themselves. So, you know, there's those little things that are going on that it'll all work out. It doesn't, you know, if we all sat around eating bologna sandwiches, I mean, it would work out. But, you know, you just want everything to be just so. But they're coming, and then we've also got another big project that I started yesterday. Is last year I put out video where a neighbor up the road had a chestnut tree. She didn't even know what it was. She wasn't sure what. All she knew is it had burrs and some kind of nuts in it, and she had no idea. She didn't know what chestnuts were. And I pointed them out and, you know, asked her was she going to use them. She gave them to me because she had no desire to use them. So I picked up some chestnuts last year, eat a few of them. They were good. But I decided, for the most part, I planted them. Now, I'll show you a few little clips in this video of what I've done with this, but I'll also put a link below of what I did last year with those. But with chestnuts, you have to make them think that they went through winter. So what I did last year, first thing I did was I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how do you start chestnut seeds. So I took the chestnuts and put them in some damp sand, and it was just a little container, and put them in the crisper in the bottom of my refrigerator. Left them all winter. At the end of winter, when it started warming up, I pulled them out, and the little nuts had started putting out little roots, and I was all excited, and found little pots and started, you know, putting the seeds in the pots like, you know, the videos had shown. And lo and behold, I ended up with a bunch of chestnut trees. I think I had 16 chestnut trees, and I planted 12, and I gave 4 away, and just, you know, I was just really thrilled with how that went. But then I decided, you know, I would like to try my hand at growing more of those. But I have no idea what type of chestnuts those were, and she had no idea because she didn't even know they were chestnuts. And so I found a company this year that sells Dunstan. That's the name of the chestnut, Dunstan chestnuts. And so I ordered them. I ordered 10 pounds. Now, you know, in my mind, I have no idea how many chestnuts are in 10 pounds of chestnuts. So I ordered 10 pounds of chestnuts, thinking that if I could stratify those, which is leaving them over winter, and then plant them next spring and maybe grow enough throughout the summer, maybe someone, some other folks in the area might want to buy them. Not like, I'm some big commercial salesman or something. I could, I've always said I couldn't give air away to a drowning man, but, maybe somebody would want to buy them. Because I would really like to eventually save up enough money, and this is a pipe dream because those things are really expensive, but save up enough money to build a high tunnel, because when I was at Baker Creek, I've seen other people with their high tunnels, like Deep South Homestead, love their high tunnels. Living Traditions has put in their high tunnels. And I loved them, but I was just seeing them on videos. But when I got to go to Baker Creek's Harvest Festival and went through theirs, when I seen all of these tropical fruit trees growing right down the center and these massive lemons and all types of tropical fruits that they were growing in these greenhouses, and it was big trees, and I just fell in love, and it was like, oh my goodness, I would love to have one of those. So, maybe if I can save up nickels and dimes by the time I'm 95, I can afford to build one. I don't know, but regardless, I would not, even if nobody buys any, I guess I'll have me a chestnut orchard and I'll live off of chestnuts. But I will, like I said, I'll show you some pictures during this video. I decided that rather than a little bitty container, which that wasn't going to work, little bitty container of sand in my ice box, they weren't going to fit in my ice box, because apparently 10 pounds of chestnuts is like 400 chestnuts. So, yeah, wasn't going to fit in my ice box. So what I did is I went and got one of the old ice chests that for some reason, we like collect ice chests. Doesn't matter how dilapidated they are, we never seem to throw them away, but we always seem to find a use for them. So I went and got this old dilapidated ice chest that we had and got place sand, because it's important that you use sand that doesn't have salt and stuff in it. And place sand has been rinsed and removed all of that from it. Went and got place sand and put a bag of place sand in the bottom of this ice chest, and then you dampen it, not real wet, but you dampen it. And then I put some chestnuts in, and I think I had 3 layers of chestnuts, and this is a pretty good size ice chest, in this ice chest. And I lost count, because I was playing with a cat and different things. I can get so distracted. But it's somewhere between 300 and 400 chestnuts were in that 10-pound bag. So if any of them live, I am going to have me a lot of chestnut trees, hopefully, next spring. Or at least viable chestnuts that I can plant next spring. But we'll see. And I will keep you updated on that. But again, that is just another project going on around here. There's always things going on around here. Oh, some exciting news. I've mentioned before on here about Wide Open Adventures. It's another YouTube channel. Great folks over there. If you haven't watched them, make sure that you check them out, because they're always cooking. I wish that I had more coordination, I guess, to be able to do more cooking videos. I kind of feel like my cooking videos are one of these, oh, just grab this and throw all this together and there you go, eat it. Before I get totally distracted, Wide Open Adventures extended an invitation to me yesterday about maybe doing a live with them. The initial date was not going to work out because I'll have a house full of folks, but we are planning on doing a collaborative live before long, and I'll let you know when we get together to do that, because it's going to be so much fun. Miss Sarah and Miss Kaylee and Mr. Mike and those guys, they're so much fun, and I really enjoy watching them. So it'll be fun doing a live with them. And that brings me back to what I was going to say a while ago is I watch these YouTube videos I watch a lot of YouTube videos because I feel like I learn things. It's better than watching some rerun of something that I didn't like the first time I saw it. But I watch a lot of YouTube videos that I try to learn how to better my YouTube videos. Apparently, but bless their hearts, I don't know that it's working for me, but I watch the videos. And one of the things that they always talk about is to be a successful YouTube channel, you need to choose a niche or a topic that you are truly interested in. One topic, focus on that, go with that, and only, if it's cooking, go with cooking. If it's saving money, go with saving money. If it's the latest fashions, whatever your channel is about, make it about one thing. Well, folks, if that's the way that it's supposed to be, if I'm only supposed to talk about one topic, I'm sunk already, because I don't know how to do that. I don't. For me, I have, on a homestead, you've got so many different things happening, and I really would like to expand my videos to show, maybe that would interest you more, of showing you how we do things. A lot of times, though, by the time I remember, man, I should have been recording that, we're already through. So I apologize if maybe my videos aren't meeting up to the standards that a lot of these other videos are doing. But I hope when you come to this channel, you feel like you're sitting down in a friend's home and that we're just visiting about things, and that you feel welcome. And that's the purpose of just me doing these sitting and visiting, because I don't have to do these. I could be over there messing with my canner or something. But I enjoy doing these, just sitting and visiting and sharing with you what's going on around here. Did you see that piece of dust fly through? Apparently I need to get up and get to dusting, because there was a piece of dust flew through that I swear looked like a basketball. Maybe it was one of them orbs they talk about, but regardless of what it was, I even seen it go across the camera. So anyway, I am going to get off of here because I really do have a lot of things to get to. But I just hope everyone is having a great weekend. Start to the weekend. I hope that you have a great weekend. And if you aren't able to get back anytime before Thanksgiving, I wish you a happy Thanksgiving, full tummies, and good naps. Love y'all. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.